Development these days is a cycle. You hand AI a task, look at the result, and send it back again. But a veteran developer who knows these tools better than anyone singles out something else. What actually matters isn't the code the AI wrote. It's that loop, where you decide whether to keep going or stop. And he says we're handing even that judgment over to the AI more and more. What the two loops actually are, why the code those loops produce is a problem, why it still works great in certain places, whether this is really unavoidable, and how we should respond. We'll walk through it one piece at a time. The key idea is that there are two loops. The inner one is the agent loop. The AI calls a tool, looks at the result, and tries again. A cycle running inside the model. The outer one is the supervision loop. It decides whether to keep going, change direction, or start over. What's reshaping development right now is that outer loop. But the code these loops produce has a common habit. It's overly defensive and needlessly complex. Instead of designing so that bad states can never arise, it slaps exception handling everywhere and tries to guard against errors that will never happen. It duplicates code and builds clumsy abstractions. On the surface, it looks sturdier, but humans understand it less and less. That doesn't mean the loop is useless. There are clear areas where it shines. Porting one language to another, exploring and benchmarking performance, scanning for security vulnerabilities, and setups where another AI grades the result. In short, the loop is powerful wherever the right answer is clear, and how clean the code is matters less. The author makes an even heavier claim. There's no opting out. Attackers are already hammering systems with automated loops. The curl project got buried under fake security reports churned out by AI. If a competitor moves faster with machines, whoever sits it out falls behind. So the author says software is becoming less like a machine and more like an organism. Instead of understanding all of its insides, it becomes something you treat by reading its symptoms. So how should we handle this loop? The point isn't whether you use the loop or not. It's keeping judgment and responsibility firmly in human hands. There are three ways. First, only delegate work you can describe precisely in advance. Do the design that takes deep thought yourself. Second, set up safeguards. If you bake in rules that check the code automatically, the loop's sloppy output gets filtered out. Third, set boundaries. Decide in advance how far you delegate automatically and where a human must always check. That's what turns the loop from a threat into a tool. The reactions split into 6 groups. The most shared take, the spec is ultimately the bottleneck. The loop only nails work you can write down clearly upfront. Next came the critique that AI code is overly defensive, low-quality slop. Voices insisting they won't let go of understanding and craftsmanship. Pushback that there's no opting out is just fear-selling rhetoric. An acceptance camp embracing software as an organism, and field reports that teams already tame it with guardrails and use it well. The heart of this piece isn't whether you use the loop. The loop is coming and you can't stop it, but keeping it within limits is on us. So delegate only what you can describe, set up safeguards, and draw the line where a human checks. Keeping judgment and responsibility in human hands, that's the most realistic answer. That was today's Deep Pulse. Keep judgment and responsibility to the end. See you next Pulse.